All right, y'all, we got, can Lamar lead the Ravens to the Super Bowl?
About on this show today, but we got to start off with Thursday night football.
Yeah.
The Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson making his return, taking on the Dolphins, who looked great last week. Would it be a riveting, explosive matchup between two offenses? Absolutely not. It would be a complete blowout, and the Ravens dominated. Fellas, they absolutely smacked the Dolphins 28-6. The question for you guys is, Lamar Jackson making
Shady looked like a well-paid coach. I don't know what's up with the Dolphins offense, though. Again, it's beyond bipolar.
his return, is he now going to be that guy?
What's that, Josh?
Potentially take this Ravens squad, now that they're getting healthier, to a playoff or to a Super Bowl.
I mean, first and foremost, check the first list off and get to the playoffs. Lamar Jackson is showing why he's one of the best players in football, a top 3 player in football over the last 5 years. 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Derrick Henry also added a $119, and this Ravens team is finally looking like the team we thought they could be at the beginning of the season with all that offensive and defensive talent. Offensively, Derrick Henry looked like the Pro Bowl, all-pro talent that he is. Quarterback position, Lamar Jackson, 4 tugs, no picks. He looks like the MVP talent that he is. But defensively is really where I want to talk about. Kyle Hamilton, dominated. Nate Wiggins, dominated. Roquan Smith, dominated. Even Marlon Humphrey, he put the podcast aside and he went back on the football field and he made some big-time plays. They forced turnovers. They did a good job putting pressure on the Dolphins offense the entirety of the day. And after the Dolphins had their best offensive performance just last week against the Atlanta Falcons, the Baltimore Ravens said, we're a different type of bird, we're a different type of beast, and they completely shut down this Dolphins team. So to me, the Ravens are doing what they should have been doing at the beginning of the season.
But I mean, we can't hang too much on this, though, if I'm being honest, because one game the Ravens defense looks nice and the next game they look bad. The Ravens defense is like the Dolphins offense. It's bipolar. Now, these are both talented teams. The Dolphins have really good personnel offensively. Ravens have, like, if you put all the names together, they have really good personnel defensively. But again, I don't know if I could trust it. I mean, it sounds good right now.
Season, but better late than never, 2-5. I got some important information for y'all. There's no better place to picks. It's good to be right.
They showed up.
With PS2 being out, Nico and Kurt coming back, you think y'all could beat the Broncos? Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
They really showed up. It seems like the last 2 weeks, it's, you know what? Let's stop playing around.
I'm not going to lie. Even if PS2 played, I think we could beat the Broncos. But do I know we'll beat the Broncos? I don't know. But do I think we can? Yeah, for sure.
Get this thing together. And the guys are getting healthy. They look good. Lamar Jackson came back. He looked fine.
Ravens didn't make a move for a defensive player.
Yeah.
They look like
what position you think?
playing like hungry football.
Yeah.
Right?
Well said.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you get so relaxed. Oh, we're a good team. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. No. It's like they buckled in and they locked in. So I like what I'm seeing from the Ravens. Only thing is, I mean, the Dolphins are so bad of a team on offense and defense. It's hard to give them too much credit.
Nah, what's crazy though, the Dolphins, they just played good defensively. Was that last week? The Dolphins have had at least 2 good defensive performances this year, which is, again, is so weird. Like, it's just the bipolar team. There's no consistency with that team right now.
But the Dolphins is weak though. Keep it a buck. They stink.
No, we'll get to that.
They smell real bad. Like I don't want to go to no like freaking what's that? When you swim with the Dolphins, what's that called?
Like SeaWorld?
Yeah,
like
don't want to go never again. I don't want to be there for They smell like SeaWorld right now.
Stink.
Yeah, SeaWorld.
Right.
No, I want to, man. So I want to give the Ravens credit, but the Dolphins are so bad. And can we talk about
went
two?
golfing?
We're
We're going to get there. We're going to get there.
Why you love it so much?
We're going to get there, Shady. Right now it's about Lamar Jackson and him making his comeback. And to me, like, yes, the Dolphins are bad. We'll address that momentarily. But Lamar, 4 touchdowns and 5 incompletions, like, that's what we need to see.
Exactly.
Derrick Henry, the explosive plays, given how he struggled at the beginning of the season with the fumbles, and many people are questioning, oh, he's 31. Does Derrick Henry still have it? He made the plays. And then Zach Orr has been given hell by people like me, has been given hell all season long, deservedly so. Holding this Dolphins offense to 6 points when they just rattled off 30 against the #1 defense in the NFL, number 1 pass defense last week in the Falcons, that's substantial. Forcing turnovers. Remember, the Miami Dolphins dominated this first half. 19 minutes, time of possession to 11.
Let's trade for Max Crosby or Dexter Lawrence. I'm gonna be genuine with you. I don't think either one of those guys are on the block. I'm just being honest. I could maybe see Dex going before I see Max. But genuinely, I don't see either one of them getting traded.
Minutes, 172 yards, I believe, to 83 total yards. They absolutely dominated the first half, but the Ravens.
I can see Kevon Thibodeau getting traded, possibly, but at the same time, I don't know. don't think the Giants move anybody on that D-line.
Turnovers that were pivotal in the opposing red zone. That's why the Ravens had the lead. So for me, yes, Shady, the Dolphins are bad. But if I'm focusing on the Ravens, looking at the Ravens' upcoming schedule, I think it was you who told me, Care Bear, if the Steelers lose this week to the Colts, the Ravens are just one game back.
Wow, that's crazy.
After all this 2-5, they just one game back.
And I will say this, though. I was just anxious to see, like, how would Lamar Jackson look off the hamstring. And he didn't really run a lot. And he looked good. Threw the ball well. He read well, coverage-wise. You know, now you get a bye week. So it's a bye week to rest.
Yep.
Right? You come off of two wins, you get a bye week, and you get the rest of that hamstring. The Ravens, they might do some damage. They got a long way to go, though. I know we want to crown them. They got a long way to go, but so far, so good.
Yeah, we said after the bye week, too. I wanted to get to the schedule part. We said after the bye week, the Ravens, if they do get healthier, Lamar does come back, they could go on a run given what this schedule looks like. They just beat Chicago, beat Miami. Guys, their next 4 games, Minnesota. Cleveland, New York Jets, and then the Cincinnati Bengals.
They can literally go 4-0 over the next 4 games. If they don't beat themselves, those are all winnable. I think Flacco is not playing for a couple of weeks.
What this schedule looks like. They just beat Chicago, beat Miami. Guys, their next 4 games, Minnesota.
The Vikings are comp, but they can for sure beat the Vikings. The Vikings are not elite comp, though.
Cleveland.
Cleveland comp, but not elite comp. The offense is not there.
New York Jets.
Jets easily.
And then the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, and the same thing with the Bengals. If there's no Joe Flacco, yeah, for sure, that's a dub. Dang, that would be crazy if they go off and win 4 straight.
They have everything. Everything is up.
Flacco is playing like 85% sure. He for sure not playing this week. If he just got an AC sprain last week and there's no way he's playing this week. I think that's your shoulder. I could be wrong. I gotta look it up, but I don't know.
It's up to play for right now.
That happened last week. I wasn't expecting him.
Here's how I look at
he got cleared to play.
Their next 4 games are Lamar Jackson versus J.J. McCarthy. Lamar Jackson versus Dylan Gabriel. Lamar Jackson versus Justin Fields. Lamar Jackson versus Joe Flacco. I look at games oftentimes quarterback versus quarterback because more often than not, if you're just to bet, by the way, and when y'all do prize pick, shout out code, speak easy. If you're just to bet on the team with the best quarterbacks. You know what I mean? So Lamar Jackson gets to face a J.J. McCarthy coming off an injury, a Justin Fields who might not even be a starter, a Dylan Gabriel who many people want to be benched, and a Joe Flacco who will probably be playing in his last game as a starter before Joe Burrow returns. The Ravens are about to roll. They should easily win these next 4 games. You win these next 4 games, you're sitting at 7-5.
7-5.
You sitting at 7-5. You're the 3 seed in the AFC.
Yeah.
So the next 4.
Ravens haven't swept the Browns since 2021. Wow. I mean, the Browns have had competition. You know, realistically, the defense has been pretty solid. I'm not gonna say good, but it's been pretty solid for years now. You know, they have pieces, and all you need is a decent quarterback, which they've had. They've had decent quarterbacks. They haven't had they haven't been terrible. They've been decent. So you have a good game, everything clicking, and you can win 1 game. You know,
is Minnesota, Cleveland.
New York
Jets,
and then Cincinnati Bengals, bro. That's easy. That's light work.
I'm gonna be honest. Even after that, you get the Steelers and then the Bengals again.
Yeah.
Again, if Joe Flacco is playing, I don't see them sweeping the Bengals. Is it possible? Yeah, but I don't see that happening. And then the Steelers can beat them. So the Steelers is a 50-50 game.
Once you get through that stretch, you might seal up the division by that point. Given the way that the rest of the division is looking right now, the Bengals had their opportunity.
4 games from now, they might have the division
that they have on the schedule. The Bengals got to be trying to rush Joe Burrow back. That's the only way they have a shot to be able to win.
Nah, you do not rush Joe. You do not rush Joe Burrow.
We have to start believing in them all over again.
What's up, Cowboy? How you doing?
First 4 weeks of the season, even when Lamar was healthy, I was like, this team is trash. They're not well coached. They're not playing fundamentally sound. They're not playing schematically sound. Should Harbaugh be gone? Should Orr be gone? But now, if you look at the Ravens roster, and you also look at the nature of the AFC, why can't...
Like I said, bro, on paper, they have one of the best defenses in the league. On paper. But... I forgot my point.
The Ravens make a deep playoff run. The Colts are the best team by record in the AFC right now. The Bills are...
but yeah, you can't hang a hat on this performance versus the Dolphins. You can't. This is 1 game.
the third best team in the AFC right now, and the Chiefs are always the Chiefs.
Mondre got
Do
turf
we
toe?
really believe that Drake May and the Colts
they
are
for
going
sure
to stand
trading
in the
for
way of Lamar
a
Jackson
running
and the
back.
Ravens? Like, why can't this be the
Good
Ravens
question.
year all over again?
Yeah, that's a good
2-5.
point.
Like,
No.
this should be, now that they got the talent, they're healthy. If the coaching is right, this should be the Ravens year all over again.
But you know what? Like, I don't want to crash on their party, but I look at the first game, they should have won that game. Derrick Henry was fumbling. The defense gave up all them points. If y'all forget, they was smacking the hell out of the Bills.
Yep.
They did do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the next game, they beat Cleveland, right? And then they played Detroit. Detroit did manhandle them. And Kansas City, they got ugly in Kansas City. But other than that, like, because Lamar got hurt after that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe the record might show looks bad, but they're not really a bad team. And they had a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
And we got to forget, like, they are a good team. Every year they make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson that's one thing he does. Him and Patrick Mahomes, they win games
Yeah.
and make the playoffs. I just think if they could hold off and get into the playoffs, they are a scary team. The same way we thought about the Ravens before the year started.
Yeah.
That's who they are.
Let me ask you this. The year you won the Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, y'all started off maybe 4-4. No,
Yeah,
7-5.
7-5 after the bye.
7-5 after the bye.
To the bye.
Then y'all won 8 straight games.
Yeah.
Obviously, including 4 straight games to winning a Super Bowl. Y'all got hot at the right time. If the Ravens go win these next 4 games,
The
a far
Ravens'
cry,
pass
but
game might be
nonetheless,
ugly.
JJ McCarthy and all these things, they would be 7-5.
It should be a good
Shane,
game.
is this
Should be.
a type of Ravens team based on the talent that could maybe duplicate what y'all did with the Bucs when y'all won the Super Bowl and just go on a run?
You know what? I think so. And one thing I did see from Lamar Jackson, he said that because you need a leader. One thing about we had Tom Brady.
Yeah.
We had a lot of special players and talent on defense, on offense, but Tom kept it together. We were kind of figuring things out, new team, guys coming here, free agencies and all that. And we were just talented, but we weren't a good team. And I think what got us better is at the bye week, Tom got some of his plays because Bruce Arians was like, hey, this is our offense. This is what I want to do. And Tom's been with the Patriots for 20-some years. This is what he knows. So they did a medium of everything. Give me some of this old Patriots. Give me some of this Bruce Arians. And let's win. And Tom was the leader of, okay, let's start this shit now. Let's get this thing rolling. And everybody played for each other. And I was saying about Lamar. Lamar said, hey, you know what? We're not focused. Let's take out the games in the locker room, the ping pong table, the basketball court. Take all that out. We here for football.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you do stuff like that lets me know you really care.
Yeah.
You care how things are going bad.
Yeah.
Tom's the same way.
Yeah.
Like after that bye week, practice reps were more intense. You get what I mean? One that what is it? Superstar catching the ball, not hustling. No, catch the ball, get upfield, sprint. And then after that, we start rolling, and then the rest is history. You see what happened?
You know what this reminds me of?
Rings and things.
You know what this reminds me of? Remember when Aaron Rodgers and the Packers started off horrible that one season, and he sat there in a press conference and said, "Relax, RELAX, relax." And then they decided to go on it was an 11-game winning streak, went all the way to they went to the playoffs. I think they made it to the NFC Championship. That might have been the year that they lost to the Seahawks. I'm not sure which year it was, but they ended up having a.
Hey, that's factual though. It's like this every year. There are certain teams where no matter how bad they start, they're a shoe-in for the playoffs. Like they can start off bad and you can still 85% to 95% chance expect them to make the playoffs. Ravens was a bit more interesting considering, no Lamar. And then we thought the Steelers was going to be nice, which they are, but it's just not. I don't think they coach very well. But yeah, just a lot more. I feel like a lot more question marks there. At the moment, they do have a shot to take that division, which is very interesting. But I think like the regular shoe-ins, Bills, Chiefs, shoe-ins, and whoever else over there on the NFC, Eagles, Lions, Packers, easy shoe-ins,
A great run going all the way to the playoffs.
Rams.
I think that bye week and Lamar Jackson taking out all of the games from the locker room might be that one thing that
Just
we go
because
back
the
and
Steelers
look
mid.
at the end of the season and be like, dang, the Ravens really turned it around since then. Because now, but their defense looks like a completely different team. They look like the
Steelers
Ravens
got a
that
nice team.
we expected them to look like coming into
They
the
got a
season.
nice
these
team on
past two
paper.
games.
Absolutely.
Karen, hold on, man.
Go ahead, Javon.
You asked me a question.
Yeah.
Purdy's being favorites for Brees Hall.
Reference, a great example.
Yeah.
I gave you
Yeah.
Tom
I can see
Brady
that.
and the Bucks when
I can
the
see that.
championship and all that.
You did that.
And this light-skinned brother gonna give me a story about Aaron Rodgers. I said great leaders, dude. Great leaders lead this team to a Super Bowl, and
I'm
you want
talking
to give me
about
Aaron Rodgers.
I'm talking about the
What?
one thing that
talking about
happened.
relax.
What? I think that was a good analogy. Aaron Rodgers cool. Shady don't like Aaron Rodgers. Elliott out for the year. I mean, y'all got Kyle Duggar. Y'all got not y'all, but they got Kyle Duggar. They got a bunch of DBs anyway.
I don't know if Lamar winning the ranking.
Here's what I will say though
Lamar
is
not winning
this:
the
like
ranking.
Lamar kicking all them little games and the ping pong tables and all that stuff out the locker room. Thus far, since it's happened, they've won 2 games. They beat the Chicago Bears off a 4-game win streak. They beat the Miami Dolphins off the Dolphins' best game of the season. And more than that, Lamar Jackson 4 touchdowns and 5 incompletions. So whatever the hell he did, it worked.
Elite.
And whatever
he
he's
not
been doing,
elite.
it's working. And Lamar realized the urgency. He realized his coach might get fired. His DC might get fired. If his coach gets fired, his OC gets fired. And if coaches get fired, that means players are getting cut. Lamar realized there is a sense of urgency right now. And I love that he made a decision and he made a change. And this Ravens team is turning around. And I wouldn't be surprised because the Ravens always had the players. It was the coaching that they lacked. I said at the beginning of the season, best secondary tandem in football when you talk about Malachi Starks and Kyle Hamilton. If Kyle Hamilton is who he thinks he can be, they got Alohi Gilman. That safety tandem is still
But Kyle a linebacker. I ain't gonna lie.
great. Kyle Hamilton, he's the best nickelback in football now that he drops down.
He said Deshaun Elliott elite.
Nate Wiggins is playing at a high level. Marlon Humphrey recovering turnovers. Roquan Smith is still, to me, he's still a top 10 linebacker in football. The Ravens have the roster. They just need the coaching, and it looks like they have.
Has he ever even made a Pro Bowl?
I hear you. I mean, we do have some super chats.
We got 8.
I ain't clowning on bro, but like, I mean, it's just the reality of it. Check his stats. He's been elite when healthy. Okay, we're gonna do that after this year. I've never heard. Again, has he made a Pro Bowl though? Elite players make Pro Bowls. Really elite players make all pros, but a Pro Bowl is easy if you elite.
We got super chats are popping right now.
Troy's rent might get paid this month.
Listen, right before the first of the month, y'all going crazy with the super chats. I appreciate y'all because it was looking a little icy this month. I ain't gonna lie.
The West
Jonathan Henry said Ravens winning the division, calling it. Emmanuel, your namesake, said, can y'all tell me why Tua is so damn bad?
Ooh, we'll get to that.
Jonathan Henry said, in the words of, quote, delusional Patriots fan.
Bro, they were just talking about how good Tua was last game. This flip-flops every week. I don't believe Tua's a bad quarterback. I believe that situation is just inconsistent. I don't know. It's something's off about that situation. We've seen Tua put together a good season before. Multiple good seasons. So I don't think it's just him being bad. I think yes, he has bad games. He has bad stretches, but I don't think overall, this is a bad quarterback. I think he can be plugged into a winning system.
As the Dolphins smell like the fish section of a Fiesta grocery store somewhere in the chat. Red Hood said, Mike McDaniel is so done with Tua, I almost feel bad for him. He's a bad coach, but there's just soft because their leader is Tua. Josiah said, Social Trade, looking at all these super chats, knowing his November rent's about to get paid. By the way, I want to know Shady's thoughts on the cap thing I said last night. We can get to that at some point. And then Jason Lopez, Shady, this was for you. He said, yo, Shady, last week you said Philly was more popping than the Bay, but Philly don't got Latinas like the Bay. What's your response, bro?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, you struck a nerve right there, man.
Tiger here. I love him.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and cap that one off. Let me go ahead and see. Tua good in my book though. I ain't got no problem with Tua. He good in my book. Deshaun Elliott. I've seen Tua make some really nice throws. No, he does not have a great deep ball consistently. But I see him, week after week make some really nice throws, and maybe his decision making ain't the best, but if he put together, I don't know. I question Mike McDaniels as well, his play calling sometimes. Okay. In the last 1, 2, 3, 4 years, he has 4 picks, 1 pick a season. In the last 5 years, excuse me. In the last 5 years, he has 1 pick a season. Most forced fumbles he's had in the season is 2. He has 6 pass deflections, 7 pass deflections. Where are y'all getting elite from? 108 combined tackles. This is a pretty good season. 108 tackles. This is a good season. I don't know about elite though. No Pro Bowls. He's not elite. I don't know where I got that from. Bro got to make a Pro Bowl at least for me to be like, this dude is elite. He been in the league for 7 years and no Pro Bowls. Deshaun Elias returned to the Steelers lineup, 6 tackles, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble. That's awesome. You can have a good game. I can show you. I can show y'all a game from Jalen Petrie that's better than this. I can show y'all a game from Kamari Lassiter or Kalen Bullock that's better than this. Everybody has good games, but this doesn't make him elite at all. He led in PFF as the ranked safety. I mean, let's trade Justice Hill to the Jets for Quentin Williams. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know about that. PFF cool, but I mean PFF is not the end all be all when it comes to I seen this here. I seen this. I forgot where I seen that at. I think it's the end all be all. Stick don't understand the definition of elite. Josh say he elite too. They both say he elite. Read the comments. Let me see. Ellie is absolutely elite. So glad he's back. He seems to be good at football. He has a shot of AFC Defensive Player of the Week. These are all like super Steeler fans. This is what this is. This is all Steeler fans just riding for their player. Elite. You're gonna see this. You're gonna see this with any fan base, and I bet y'all can pull up a post about Kalen Bullock and they're gonna be saying the same thing, or a post about Buda Baker, you know, something like that. Elite when healthy. Maybe he's working his way up there, but I don't know, bro. Maybe he getting there. I don't know. But he's definitely not in the conversation right now. Bullock has had a better game than that. 6 tackles, 1 pick, 1 sack, 1 TFL, 2 QB hits. Let me see. I just threw Bullock out there, but I'm pretty sure he has. Top qualified DBs in coverage. 2 Texans in the top 6. Jalen Petrie is number 1 in coverage. Kalen Bullock is number 2 and number 6 in coverage. Excuse me. This stuff don't be meaning. I don't put too much weight into this stuff though. Like I need to see what the film showed me. You know what I mean? He's been in the league for 2 years. Name log. Let's go 2024. Where's Dark so he can vouch? Yeah, where's Dark? Dark know what he be talking about. Buda Baker was linked to the Bills. It's interesting. Bills need safeties. Six tackles, 1 interception, 2 passes defended. Has he had a forced fumble game? He had a game right here where he had no forced fumbles yet. This was last year, 2025. All right. Anyway, though, I ain't gonna go too deep into it. I just threw his name out there as an example, but I don't think Deshaun Elliott is elite. I don't even think he bro's he's I'm not gonna say I don't think he's top 10 because I don't feel like listing off 10 safeties right now, but he for sure not top 5. 2 numbers being the word of the year in 2025. We cooked as a society.